Have you ever gotten to the point in a relationship when you knew it was toxic? Maybe you were in love for a really long time. Everything was fantastic. But at some point, you realized you weren't getting out of the relationship what you were putting into the relationship. And you have the sense of melancholy, maybe even a sense of despair and dread that things are no longer the way they used to be. And so you have to end it. I'm at that point. I'm at that point with Adobe Creative Cloud. And that's why I feel this kind of sense of sadness going into this Adobe exit plan series. But I've made up my mind, like, I'm doing this. I'm all in. I'm going to show people how to get the heck off of Adobe Creative Cloud. Or if you are a new content creator and you want to learn how to use cheaper alternatives, in some case, free alternatives to Adobe Creative Cloud, then that's what the series is all about. I couldn't believe it when I went out to the Adobe Creative Cloud website, the Adobe website, and I saw that they raised their plan to $70 a month. I was like, wait a minute. I know I've spent a lot of money. Actually, I've done the homework here, and I did a video a couple months ago on why I sold all of my Adobe stock. And when I did that video, I realized that over the past 12 years, I've spent like $8,000 on Adobe Creative Cloud, and they never gave me anything. They never gave me a mug. There's no Adobe mug on my desk. I don't have an Adobe t-shirt on or in my closet. All I've gotten is these continued price increases over time. And with Apple Music, actually, I just got on my phone. It was like a party on my phone. It popped up and said, "Hey, congratulations! Celebrating 10 years with Apple Music." I was like, "Oh gosh, I didn't realize it's been that long." But that's kind of cool. I love it when companies at least acknowledge that with Adobe. I think a lot of people are in the same boat as me. They just feel like the relationship isn't the same. The tools don't feel the same as they used to. It feels like they're playing catch up with AI and they're trying to charge more. It's just really disappointing. And they've actually gotten into trouble with the SEC. So if you try to cancel your Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, I just saw a guy on X a couple days ago. He had 4 days left on his subscription and he tried to cancel. Adobe was going to charge him like $400. And that's not cool. And they actually got sued. Adobe got sued because the SEC alleged that Adobe made it intentionally difficult for customers to cancel their paid Creative Cloud subscriptions and failed to disclose key cancellation terms. You would think that over a year later, they would have learned from that and made it easier and not try to charge people so much money, but I continue to see that. And Firefly, you don't even get that in your Adobe Creative Cloud plan. Recently, I did a short video on this, but it said, "Oh, you have access to Firefly Video." And so you have 2 generations. I went to do my 2 generations and they both sucked. And at the end of that, it said, "Oh, if you want to continue to use Firefly, it's only going to be $200 a month, or you can do $2,000, save a few $100s, $2,000 for the annual plan." That's not an unlimited plan. That only gets you credits. And I don't even use my Adobe Firefly credits that I get for image generation because it's just not good. It's just not good at all. I use Midjourney. I use Runway. I use ChatGPT, and I'm at the point where I can't afford to continue to subscribe to all of these different services, especially when, if I go out to the website, they've raised their price to $70 a month. I didn't even realize they did this. When I was getting ready to do this video, I went out to the website and my eyeballs went like that and I got a lump in my throat. I'm like, wait, you charging me $70 a month now? We're getting close to $1,000 a year for Adobe All Apps plan, which they're now calling Creative Cloud Pro. I went into my account and I saw that my renewal date is going to be March 25th of 2026. That's when they are stealthily, they haven't even sent me an email letting me know they were going to do this, is it's going to be $70 a month. Well, I'm going to be off of the plan before then. If they're going to try to screw me over by charging me to get out of the plan, I'll stick around until March, but I'm going to get out of the plan. So If that's interesting to you, if you're in the same boat as me and you want to get off of Adobe Creative Cloud, or you actually want to learn how to do content creation, I mean, here's the deal. I'm a small YouTube channel. I have about 6,000 subscribers on my channel. I do AI, I do content creation, I do technology, I do development, and I have a different perspective. I'm trying to get more into the thought leadership and actually developing your own tools and stuff like that. But this series, this is going to be a core staple on the channel because I think there's a big audience for this. I want to be clear. This is not an anti-Adobe rant. I'm just at that point where in the relationship, I just feel like I've put in way more than I've gotten out of it. If this was common law marriage, like I've been using Adobe Creative Cloud and paying for it for a very long time, but I've been using Adobe since 1997. I started out as a small ad agency. I didn't even know the difference between kerning and leading and tracking and raster versus vector, CMYK, RGB, subtractive, additive. I didn't know anything about like Bezier curves and how to design logos or what interpolation was. I didn't know anything, but I got a job where I needed to do this stuff. So I learned as I went along, and I paid for Adobe out of my own pocket so I could learn it at home. And I've been in this relationship for 20 some odd years. I didn't even mind spending the money for a long time. But when AI came around and I started to realize, like, I have Runway, I have Midjourney, I have OpenAI subscriptions. I'm getting more out of those subscriptions, and I can develop my own tools now. And use alternatives. That's where the real power comes in. So like if I go into Photoshop here, you know, basic thumbnails, this basic thumbnails for my videos, nothing fancy, but just a quick thumbnail. I bang those out pretty quickly. I can do the same thing here in Affinity Photo. If I go into Affinity Photo, I can do the same kind of basic thumbnails. But here's what I want to show you is if I go into Help and I go into my account, the difference is on Affinity Photo, it says your license is active and will never expire. Isn't that a good feeling to know that you actually bought a piece of software and you get to keep it forever? On Adobe's website, when there's a little buy button, I'm like, you don't get anything for that. If you break up in a relationship and then the person immediately calls a locksmith out the same afternoon and they say you can't get in and you don't have access to your record collection or your blue t-shirt, that your favorite t-shirt is in my closet kind of thing, you're stuck. And it's the same thing with Adobe. If you cancel your subscription with Adobe, you get locked out of your Creative Cloud. You don't have access to the fonts that they used. You can't open up your PSD or Illustrator files anymore using the native applications. So you shouldn't jump into this lightly. You need to make sure that you have an alternative. And if you go out to Affinity's website, this is what I've been using now for over a year, and there's no subscription required, and you get a one-off payment. You can actually purchase Affinity Photo for Mac operating system, Windows, or iPad, or you can get the entire suite with a universal license. And that's what I did, is I bought a universal license, and it's only $164. That's like 2 or 3 months of Adobe Creative Cloud, and then you get all of those applications. And I don't have any relationship with Affinity as a company. I use Canva, I use their tools, but I have no relationship with them. So this is not like a paid endorsement or anything. I'm just telling you their software is good. It's very reliable and rock solid in terms of it not crashing, at least on my system. And this is what I'm going to do, is show people how to switch over to the Affinity suite. But there's something you need to think about with Adobe, which is if you go in and you look at all the different tools that they have, like you can a la carte this. You could actually say, well, I only need to have Adobe Photoshop, and you could buy that for a certain amount every month. Or I only need to have Adobe Illustrator, and you spend a certain amount every month. And there's this perceived value, I think, that you get when you go, well, geez, I have everything. If I just pay for the all apps plan, I have Dreamweaver and I have After Effects. Even if you don't use it, you know, you've got access to all these tools. But for only $70 a month, you can have access to all these. Ask yourself, kind of heat map it out. how much do you really use those tools? And if you're not using them a lot, there's a good chance that you can probably get away with switching over to a different tool set. The caveat to this, I will say, is like for Adobe Premiere Pro, because Photoshop, that's the staple. That, I think, if Adobe's known for one piece of software, it's certainly Photoshop. It is their killer app, if you will. It's hard to get off of Photoshop. If you are a professional designer and you work at an ad agency or the company's paying for your subscription, like, why are you even watching this video? And it's like, just keep using the tool. That's cool. If somebody else is paying the bill, then that's great. But if you're like me, and you've been paying out of pocket for all this time, then it's probably not worth it. And I started out as a graphic designer a long time ago, but then I actually worked up in my career and I was an executive in IT and cybersecurity. I paid for Adobe Creative Cloud because I used the tools to have more professional presentations. And when I did my videos and stuff, for work related or personal, I always went to the Adobe Creative Cloud. But Premiere Pro crashes way too much. And so I switched to Davinci Resolve. Adobe Premiere Pro is one of the big ones. After Effects, if you're into creating like motion graphics and you do TV and web stuff, After Effects is pretty sweet. I have to admit, it's pretty sweet. So I'm not going to really focus too much on getting away from After Effects in this series, but in DaVinci Pro, you do have the ability to do some of the stuff. They have this thing called Fusion, and in Fusion, you can actually do some pretty cool effects. You can actually do coding inside of DaVinci Resolve as well. So I'm going to cover some of that stuff in the video series. So anyway, this is just my kickoff. If you're like me and you want to switch from Adobe Creative Cloud, or you're a content creator who wants to start doing content creation, like I'm a dude who's got 6,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying to grow the channel. One of the ways that I'm doing that is by providing content and knowledge and tools to people who also enjoy this as much as I do. So please hit subscribe, turn on the bell so you can see when these videos are coming out. I'll be doing an Adobe exit plan video every week for the foreseeable future until I get to the point where I go, all done, I can cancel my Adobe Creative Cloud plan. And so this video series will hopefully just be out there for forever, as long as the YouTube channel exists. So if you're in the same boat and you want to make the switch, then let me know. Now also, I'm going to ask you this, is let me know in the comments if you've had issues with Adobe Creative Cloud, because I'm trying to track this stuff. I'd appreciate it if you could share that. And then if there are specific things that you want to learn how to do, because as I'm going through my outlines for all the content, like with Affinity Photo, if there's something you want to learn how to do specifically, I can do a tutorial specific to that as well. So I'll be logging all of these in mind maps so I can knock them off my punch list of future videos. But anyway, that's my little kickoff for the Adobe Exit Plan series, and let's do this together. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.